What's up, everyone? Hope you're having a good day. Thank you for joining me on another episode of Nussbaum Autohaus. I am, of course, your host, David Nussbaum. If you hear a lot of wind in the background or some airplanes in the background, your mind is not playing tricks on you. We're actually just outside of Miami International Airport on the east side of it because we are shooting a car that I have done. It is a Shark Blue 992 Turbo S. We did everything to it. Wheels, suspension, body kit, you name it. So I have a couple of buddies of mine that are filming the car. They're taking photos of the car. They're going to help me produce some of the content with it. And so you guys will see some of the B-roll footage, and you'll kind of see me talk about the entire car in general as well. So I hope that you guys enjoy this one. Give it a thumbs up. See you at the end of it. This is about the second or third car that I've done for this specific customer of mine. The first time I met him, it was with, he had a Ferrari 488, which we did some Novatech pieces to it. And then he actually sold that car shortly thereafter, and he got this Shark Blue 992 Turbo S. So this is obviously one of my favorite cars out in the market today. I tell a lot of people that it is, in my opinion, the best daily driver supercar out there. It's comfortable. It's faster than 95% of the things that are on the street, and it looks absolutely amazing after you do some modifications to it. So let's talk about those modifications. Right off the bat, you're gonna see the biggest thing on this car are two things: the wheels and the body kit. Possibly a third thing with the stance as well. So the wheels are gonna be H&R P201's. These are custom built forged wheels manufactured in Vista, California, just outside of San Diego. They are one piece, which makes them very, very lightweight. And that's needed because aesthetically, you want to go with a larger size than what the car comes with from factory, and we did just that. So I did a 21 by 9.5 wide in the front and a 22 by 12.5 wide in the rear. That means that the tires also get wider, which gives you more traction, and on the all-wheel drive system, this thing goes like you would not believe. Michelin Pilot Sport 4S in the front, 255 30 21. In the rear, you have a massive 335 wide with a 25 profile for the 22-inch tire. The finish is satin black, and we have H&R's black and silver center cap, which they have a red, white, and blue version. They have a carbon fiber version as well, and a couple of other ones that are billet aluminum, but this one right here is their traditional tried and true plastic black and gray. Stance wise, you have the H&R Sport Springs. So you can get into coilovers for this car, but unless you're going to track the car, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. All you need is the ride height, and you get that with the H&R Springs. You have the body kit, which is, of course, TechArt. You have right up front a front bumper that's completely new from the hood line down. And there's so many elements to this. I'll show the explosive view of the elements for this. It's so many pieces. You actually have to cut this little vent or a section of the front bumper in here so that this little vent could be glued on. And then on the side skirt, it's a three-piece. It's sandwiched together, so you see the blade. And the rear diffuser also has a bunch of elements, fins, multiple pieces on that you can paint it in any way that you want. This client and myself sat down. We kind of went through TechArt's online configurator and picked out what pieces we wanted in what color. Since this Shark Blue is completely, absolutely gorgeous. I don't know how Porsche doesn't charge extra for this on this car. Customer wanted to incorporate more blue into that body kit, which isn't something that you see often. If you go to some of the other TechArt builds that I've done, the pieces that are traditionally in black are gonna be this piece right here, the fin for the side skirt, and of course the fin for the rear diffuser as well. But when I saw this, or when he told me this, I was like, I'm not sure how that's gonna look, but once I saw it on the car, it was absolute perfection in my opinion. You also have the carbon fiber side air intake from TechArt, and on the back side, you have the carbon fiber exhaust tips too. I do not have a TechArt exhaust system on this. We have an IPE because it arguably sounds a lot better. It is a high flow cat exhaust system. It sounds and pops and burbles, and you hear turbo whistles like you would not believe. This obviously has a rev limiter, so if I try and jump in and I give you a sound clip, it won't do it justice, but hopefully down the road, if you continue watching this channel, I'll have some sound clips, some roller shots. I'll get with the customer so he could be driving, I could be filming. That way you guys can hear it all throughout the rev range. We have a DME tune, which gives it roughly 150 to 200 horsepower on top of what this car comes with from factory already, which I believe is around the 640 mark. So obviously with the all-wheel drive system, this thing is an absolute rocket. 0 to 60 probably at 2 seconds, or maybe even under on a good day if you had more track-oriented tires like a Toyo R888R. Then you have just the overall look of this thing. I mean, it is absolutely phenomenal. I think it is a perfect combination and a perfect execution of the TechArt system and the TechArt exhaust kit. There's so many ways that you can configure it. You can get really wild and do some like random colors out of nowhere, but that's not what we do around here at Nussbaum Autohaus. We want to make sure that it's tasteful, but also very unique. On the backside, you're wondering why isn't there a carbon fiber blade on here? And that's because this car comes with the Porsche Sport Design wing, which has this base that comes up on the sides. And if you were to put a TechArt carbon fiber blade on here, that would stick out further. And when you retract it, it would hit this upright here. So if you have a Porsche 911 Turbo S and you do not have the Porsche Sport Design wing, then you can have the TechArt carbon fiber wing blade. A quick way to know if your car has it or not is just look at the base. If your base comes up like this, you have the Sport Design package. If it has more of a dovetail underneath the retractable blade, then you have the base wing, which, I mean, it's pretty split. Anybody asks 50-50, which wing do you like better? It comes down pretty split. Other than that, this car has H&R Sport Springs. Again, you don't need coilovers on this. The springs reduce the ride height by about 1.5 inches front and rear, and I try to get a finger in there, and you can. That's how you know that the fitment is absolutely perfect. It does not compromise the ride quality at all. H&R does a lot of research and development on when developing the springs for this car, and that way it doesn't ruin the ride quality at all. On the inside, you have a standard black interior, which keeps it very, very simple. It kind of continues on with the whole ethos of the car. And you have the gigantic carbon ceramic brake calipers. It's just, I love the little bit of pop. I mean, we really, really put a lot of thought into this. And so I think it's an absolute perfect look. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section. Make sure you hit the bell icon so anytime I post up a video, you'll be one of the first ones to see it. Make sure you subscribe. It helps the channel a lot, and share it with your friends and family, anybody that's a car nut, because the more shares I get and the bigger that this channel becomes, this content that I'm creating for you guys will reach more people that will enjoy it. So until next time, hope you guys be safe. See you on the next one.